Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. Better get.
Hello darlings, it's Tess and welcome back to Vlogoween. Today begins my preparation, or at least my documentation of my preparation for my Halloween party, which as of me filming this, it's only 2 days away and I have so much to do. I still have to do some shopping. I did a little bit last night, but I still need to do some. I've prepared my pumpkins. I've taken all the seeds and the gross stuff out and now they're just ready to carve, which is the fun part. I need to do some tidying. Did I say that before? Yeah. But anyway, like, all of the mess in this apartment pretty much is my fault. Like, my mother has a few things here and there, but most of it's my fault. So I have to tidy that, move some things around, and then there are some things that can only be done like right before the party. So, like, I'm gonna make some cupcakes, and so I don't want to make them too early because they might, like, you know, sort of soak in and get a bit weird. And I don't want to, like, carve up my fruit platter too early either, because that way the fruit and everything, you know, it might go brown and stuff like that. But I always have fun with the fruit platter and my friends always like it, so that's good. But anyway, we've got a lot to do, and so obviously I'm going to take you with me, as is the point of Vlogoween. And I hope you enjoy seeing me just trying to get my frickin' life together and tidy up my own mess and just all of that stuff. So let's go.
There's a spook in Tin Pan Alley walking.
So I started off by putting some of my candy into the right jars. So for the pink love jar, I wanted to get strawberry lollipops and the love heart ones. I put chocolates into the spider jar, fantails, gotta love them. And then I worked on clearing up this table. That is my fishy Francois. I had to move him into another room to make space for the food and the other things on the table. So I kind of don't like moving him ever because it sort of scares him a little bit, but that's okay. That plant is very important to us. I moved that as well. And then that box there is actually for the cupcakes I'm going to make later. But all of this had to be cleared off for a very, very special reason, which is the fact that I needed to put a tablecloth down. And what tablecloth is that? It's a Ouija board, ladies and gentlemen. There I am, making it dance because I'm so excited. So I'd been waiting to use this all month after editing it, after ordering it rather. And so, yes, great success, and on go the decorations. So we have a haunted house, we have some flowers that Mum happened to get, we have the candy jars, all of them, a little pink pumpkin, another candy jar, my fortune-telling hand with the purple butterfly, and my little unicorn skeleton. You can see them all here. And I also put some purple fake flowers and a couple of pink paper flowers into the love heart candy jar. And then that bottle is a little moon dust, I think, if I remember. Good old unicorn friend. I do love him a lot. And then, yeah, there's the pink pumpkin close up. Now I had to pick up some stuff that was on the floor. My Halloween shoes were on the floor and I had to get that cardboard out of there as well, which is my thing for overspray paint, which I think you guys have seen. And then there was just a little bit of clutter that I had to deal with in our living room, and again, pretty much all of it is mine. So that took a few minutes, but obviously it was completely worth it, and it didn't take as long as I worried it would. So I think we all won there. Also, my hair, when I tie it up like that, if I don't put any effort into like rolling it into a pretty bun, it just looks so freaking ridiculous. Like it just stands up like that and looks so stupid. But that's okay. So I needed to fold up our blankets, not that we were going to need them during Australian spring, which is when Halloween is in. Not autumn vibes down here, just the spring vibes. It can sometimes be very warm during Halloween, hence why the relatively small overalls are good, because they are both Halloween and they will keep you cool. So that was good. Then my all-important Halloween pillow had to come out of my room. I dealt with the other ordinary pillows, but then, yeah, I just had to do a little dance for this pillow, you know. Okay, so I then tidied some things around in our kitchen to make room for the food that I was going to be making. So here I changed into my ugly clothes in case I spilled something. And I didn't want to get those overalls potentially like wet from the washing up when I was doing it. So this is me trying to open my rainbow sequin cup and having to use a tea towel to do it, which is like pretty funny. But I got done most of this washing up. I just got through it, and then it was time to go to bed and get ready for the party on the next day. So first thing I needed to do the very next day is to make these cupcakes, and I had bought the kit online a while ago, as you just saw. I saw the ad on Instagram and I was just too excited and I ordered it straight away. So it comes with the baking cups, some spooky sprinkles, some strawberry drizzle to look like blood, some icing decals that you can see there. That is the dry mix of all the chocolate and flour and such, and that is the icing. So all you have to do is add the wet ingredients, and there is a piping bag as well. So I got everything out ready to go. I arranged the wet ingredients ready to go in, and like the egg and the milk, and got the measuring cup out and did my little thing and made sure that everything was gonna, you know, be put together the correct way, because I was just really excited to make these cakes. How much does humanity owe to that flexible rubber thingy that scrapes down bowls? We owe it so much. Okay, so here now it was time to fill those patty pan cases with the batter, and I am not the like most neat person at this, but I tried my very best. And I just kind of plopped them in there, and I did think that the stripes meant that they were going to look cute, so getting the mess a little bit was, I think, worth it. So in they go. Bye bye, little friends. And out you come. Now I had to wait for these to cool all the way down until I could ice them, so I passed the time by doing some other things. So I needed to chop up some fruit and get it ready for my spooky monster fruit platter that I make every single year that always goes down a treat. I dug it out of the belly of Pinterest many years ago. And my friends loved it when I first did it, and so now I just do it every time. So there are blackberry and watermelon skewers. Blackberry and rock melon, Tess. You can literally see yourself chopping the rock melon as part of it, which obviously makes sense because they're orange and black. So I had to de-seed and chop up the rock melon for that, or you guys in America call it a cantaloupe, and we call it a rock melon, I guess, because when it's not cut, it looks like a rock. So, you know, Whichever name is best, you know, leave it in the comments, whatever.
There's a spook in Tin Pan now.
I then dealt with some strawberries to cut them up into little sort of triangle bits of the strawberry, because I make little monster faces out of apples and I needed little bits of strawberry to be the tongues of the monsters. So that's what the strawberries are for. So I just cut a few and popped them into my Tupperware lunchbox there, ready to arrange everything for the party the next day. So next up, I made the guacamole, and you just need to see this for yourself. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, so that was a mess, but I ended up getting all of the avocado out, which was good. I have loved avocado my whole life, even before the avocado toast trend. So I chopped up 2 avocados to make my graveyard of guacamole platter that you're gonna see later. But I chopped up the avocados, I mashed them, and I put in a wee bitty bit of Greek yogurt, just as a trick to give it a tiny bit of a creamy flavor, but also to stop it going brown overnight in the fridge. So I put that into a satisfyingly perfectly sized little Tupperware, and then it was time to ice the cakes. So I opened up the icing mixture and put it and some butter into a bowl and whipped it up. It was green icing, even though it looked white in the bag, which was funny. And then I plopped it oh so chaotically, messily, disgustingly into the frosting bag, which I basically had never done before. And icing cupcakes like this, I basically also had not done before, but it was fun, and the little icing decals certainly made it look, you know, more fancy than what it actually was. And I had fun with the sprinkles as well, even if I did get a few of them everywhere. So there was a few different designs. There was a pumpkin, a skull, there was a witch, a couple more that you'll see in a second. But the cupcakes ended up, they did look really cute. I had some icing left over that I didn't want to just throw out, so I put it into this gourmet Rocky Road that I got from a stall where I live, and I put some of the leftover sprinkles on it as well. So we have spooky, very, very rich Rocky Road. So here we have, there's a haunted house, there's the witch, there's the skull, there's the jack-o'-lantern, there is a bat over there on the right, and just cut off over on the left is the spider. So here I am drizzling it with the strawberry blood, which I think looks pretty cool. There they are. Hi friends. So next up, I am setting the table. This is the day of the party, and I've got all of this tableware because what else would you expect of me? I got this from a couple of different party stores, and all of it is just the best. I got this bowl as well. I ordered that this year. There are the cups and the decanter bottle that I got just for the occasion. This is a picture of the ideal Halloween platter. Mine does look a bit messy compared to that, but you know, I still love it and my friends still loved it. So here I am chopping up the bananas, which I obviously didn't want to do the day before like the other stuff that I did, because bananas go brown quite quickly. So the bananas are ghosts, and so I use Nutella and the end of a skewer stick to give them eyes and the little ghosty mouth. Now, here I am trying to make the apple monsters, which need to be cut a certain way so that it's a green wedge that then has the mouth in the middle. but it's really difficult to create that wedgie gap without cutting through the apple completely and making it into two pieces. So I did that a whole bunch of times. There was much swearing, but this one went okay. There is the little strawberry tongue, and then I added Tic Tacs in there to be the monster teeth, which always look really cute. And then there are little icing eyeballs that I stick on with a little bit of Nutella. So I chopped apple after apple, and you can see with that one, yep, fail, went into 3 pieces, and I had to try and just frickin' save it, but I don't think I did if I remember correctly. But there is the finished plate, looking fabulous in my personal opinion. There are the chips, both corn and veggie. There is the guacamole graveyard with cupcake wafers rather. Those are some vegan donuts that I got that morning from our local town square. There are some Smarties looking very cute in the cauldrons. There are the drinking cups and the decanter, as I showed before. Over on the big table there are the candy jars. That one is Chupa Chups, that one is Fantails, which is a fab Australian chocolate, if you haven't heard of it. I put my Samhain Oracle deck, as well as my mini tarot cards and my palm reading book onto the table, in case anybody wanted to play around and do a reading, which we did. We did some oracle readings, and kind of all of us got read to filth a little bit. I decided to add some cupcakes to the donut plate. There is the Ouija board tablecloth, just looking so amazing. I dressed up my pumpkin in my hat with the little floral bit. Okay guys, it is now the day after my party. All of my friends seem to have really good fun, not just watching the movies that we were watching. We watched The Night Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas, Tess. Nightmare. You are a big enough fan that you watch the movie and you literally have Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack and Sally paper plates that you used for the party, but you still can't get the movie title right. Really? Really? The Witch and Midsommar, and The Witch and Midsommar are probably my 2 favourite horror films, so that was amazing. But they all love meeting each other, so that was amazing, and there were lots of jokes about how we should do a Dungeons and Dragons game at some point, so maybe that's like a sign of the fact that, you know, Gen Z / millennial people are getting along. Like, if someone mentions that they want to play D&D, then chances are everyone's getting along. In any case, obviously, everything is cleaned up now. I couldn't really be bothered to show you that just because I feel like it'd be boring. Like, I'm just taking mess away rather than, like, actually making something satisfying. Like, I feel like the before it is much better. So everything's nice and clean now, as you can see. So thank you so much for watching this video. I probably am like a Becky Homeki kind of housewife, like, not a housewife, but, you know, homemaker, kind of like, oh yes, I'm gonna put everything together and it's all decorated and I have this to make and this to make and I need to do this, this, this and this, and the table needs to be arranged. Like, I probably do that like twice a year. Once is Halloween, so this, and the other one is like helping my mother with Christmas. So making this video felt a little bit weird, but I hope that it was satisfying for you guys. Whoever you are, whatever you do, why ever you're here, whether you like Halloween, whether you're a long-time subscriber, whether you just Google people's party prep videos for some reason, whoever you are, why ever you're here, I'm so thankful that you are, and subscribe for more of my Halloween chaos. It's nearly here, guys. And also rainbow chaos after that. We do witchy things, we do crafty things, we do vlogs and try to have fun. Like, we just do whatever we feel like around here, really. So I'm glad you're here, and in any case, whether you choose to stay or go, I love you, keep going. Hello darlings, it's Tess and welcome back to Vlogoween. This is one of my most hype days of the year, or rather the day before the hype day of the year, which is my Halloween party. It is tomorrow and I'm obviously preparing for it today. So I went and did some shopping and then I came back and I've got my shopping haul and I've been slowly tidying up, and by tidying up I mean getting rid of all my crap, because my mother is just a normal person but I leave things lying around. So let me just show you the lay of the land. Alright, so these are snacks and tableware that we've got over here. So we've got cups, 2 fancy goblets and some spiders left over from last year. These cups with the coffin shaped handles that I got ages ago, you guys have seen those. These napkins from TK Maxx that you guys have also seen. I got some Wicked Witch ones as well, and I already had those but I couldn't resist the crystal ball. And then here are the completely ridiculous monster lollipops from the party people. Back here we've got ordinary corn chips to go with the guacamole. Cheese and bacon balls, the big party size bag was on special, which is incredibly dangerous for me because I love them and they are not gluten free, so that's whatever, I just don't care. I eat them sometimes. There we've got 2 bottles of non-alcoholic apple cider, because apples are a Samhain food of the other world, and so I always include them when I am buying my Samhain drinks. And then the other thing that I buy for Samhain/Halloween is blood orange. No guesses why. So this is kind of the candy bag that I'm going to be putting out, and is part of it like geared to kind of a really nice rainbow aesthetic in the bowl? Of course not. But what's also in it that I'm really excited about actually is I've got some guacamole that I'm making, and for the first time ever I'm going to use this guacamole spice mix, which I didn't know existed until this year, because I love guacamole, like oh my god, and especially when there's kind of a flavour in it, when it's not just plain. So I'm going to use this and it's going to be epic, probably. And then in here we have the ingredients to make my signature cauldron cakes that I've made before. So basically you get some chocolate cake mix, mine is obviously gluten-free. You get some chocolate icing, this brand is also gluten-free, so yay. And also have the vanilla version so you can colour it. And so you cook the cake, you mash it up with the icing, and so it's like putting cake pops inside each cauldron, like you kind of squish the cake in. And then the vanilla is so you can dye it to be the coloured potion on top. So we've got purple dye here and the other dyes, and then my favourite part is that sprinkled over the cauldrons you have like the sort of ingredients, like the sprinkles and magical things that are coming out of the cauldrons. So we've got that kind of funfetti, we've got this kind of witchy one. This is eyeballs, which I use for other stuff, but I could also put them in the cauldrons, I guess. Classic hundreds and thousands. I think these have a different name overseas, but here they're hundreds and thousands. And then we've got some Halloween specific sprinkles in orange and black. And then more fancy ones, those are some purple bats. Just little round ones, and then bones and jack-o'-lanterns. And then this one, yellow long ones, and then orange and black spiders. And then another creepy crawly in green and black. So I think that is my next step. I'm gonna put this cake into the oven because obviously it needs to cook, and then when it comes out it needs to cool all the way down before I do the cake pops. I should have friggin' had this cake in and baking like ages ago now. I realized that when I've been tidying around doing other stuff. Like, it could have been sitting here cooking and cooling. Anyway, I'm an idiot, but we all knew that before, I think. So I'm gonna keep working, and if I come across anything like even vaguely, I don't know, funny, entertaining, cute, sweet, funky, fresh, I'm obviously gonna show you guys. So here I go with the cake, and while it's baking, here I go with more tidying. You know what's a problem? Doja Cat. And there have been video essays written about what the hell is going on with her, but I have a friend who kind of used to stan her before she started pulling the current disaster bullshit that she's currently pulling. From what I understand, she is fucking with or joking about or like something like that with literal neo mouthing that in case it gets blocked if I say the wrong thing. And that's a huge problem because two of her songs, Vegas, that was ages ago, last year, that I was really loving, and then now Demons, which I have only heard since I found out that shitty stuff about her, because one of my favorite choreographers, Jojo Gomez, did a dance to it, and I watched it a bunch of times because it was cool, and I had no idea who the artist was for the song. So when I found out, I was like, really? Really? It has to be her? We are enemies.
We are foes. Who are you? And what are those?
Yes, Doja Cat, you're my foe. If you're fucking with the people that you are seemingly fucking with, you are my foe. You are all of our enemies that stand for freedom and peace. Whoa, hey, how my demons look? Fuck, get it out. And what we're about to do is deal with these avocados, and by deal I mean do an absolute gremlin thing where most of the time I can't be bothered to get it all out with a spoon, so I literally just end up using my hands after I sanitize them. Like, I literally scrape the avocado flesh out of the shell with my hands because it's quicker. So yeah, there's that. Yo, I just annihilated these avocados, and then I put the spice mix in. Holy freaking dog shit, it is so good. Like, I could literally eat all of this with the corn chips right now. Like, heaven help me. This is... After this party, I'll be trying this again, I swear to God. I will eat an entire thing of avocados and an entire bag of corn chips all to myself. That's how good this is. Later at night now, the cake has cooled pretty much completely. So I've got the cauldrons over here, and I've got the cake pop paste of mixing in this icing into the stuff. And so now we've just got to put this goop into the cauldrons, and we'll be cooking with gas. Okay, so while the cauldrons were kind of hardening, I poured my favorite blood orange into my decanter, which I love because it's like Mr. Carson from Downton, except I'm serving like vampire blood, or that's how I imagine it anyway. So I've got the cauldrons all filled here, and so I prepared the icing with the 3 colours, the vanilla icing, orange and purple, obviously, but also green. So I pipe them into the cauldrons like this to look like a nice little bubbling potion. And then we have my favorite part, which is the sprinkling, as you can see here. And so I tried to make a different color palette for each color of icing to make them like unique. And I think I achieved that because I really loved how it turned out. So, yeah, that was just really fun. I had to pat the sprinkles down into the icing to make sure they stayed. As you can see here, they looked pretty cool, and I put them on the candy platter with all of my other candy, and Griff bought these amazing gluten-free donuts that just ended me. So there was a lot of candy to eat, and I ended up giving some donuts to the neighbors, is what I will say. Alright guys, you can see all of the food that we now have. It's a completely illegal amount. And we've got potato smileys because we are those bitches. But we are watching Pearl, which I have never seen. And I hear that there is some really weird crap that goes down with a scarecrow. So let's watch it. Don't kiss it. Oh no. That's like a potato sack face. It's so look at it! Please tell me it doesn't get any worse. Oh!
I'm married!
Yep. Oh god. I'm so scared right now.
Hay fever.
You are gonna get hay fever. Oh my god, Mel. Oh lord.
Oh no.
Oh no. Jesus. And now she just rides home with the hat on as though her mother isn't gonna ask where it's from.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so I don't know if Mel appeared in one of my Vlogoween videos from last year for the party, I can't remember, but the others, including me, we don't always make the effort to dress up because for me anyway, like I'm getting food and things together, so I don't want to risk getting that on a costume, you know, avocado guacamole or something. But Mel always dresses up because she is freaking, like, we all have that friend who's just completely batshit iconic, and she is mine. So she arrived in this lovely sort of purple chiffon dress, and what I will also say is that she lives quite far away, so she travelled across Sydney with her, you know, fabulous purple dress on as part of her costume. And so she arrived and she was like, okay, wait, I have one more thing and then you can try and guess what my costume is. And so she brings out a toy dog, like, and I found out later, she didn't have that toy dog from like childhood or one of her siblings or whatever. She went out to buy it especially for my party. So there's the perfect example of why I love this person. But she had this toy dog, and so we were trying to guess, and we just couldn't do it. And it turned out she was Hounds of Love, Kate Bush album cover, which I'll put here if you're not familiar with it, where Kate Bush has the hair out and she has the sort of sparkling makeup and the purple dress and the brown dog. Like, that's Mel. Like, that's her idea of a Halloween costume. So in the end, some of the others had to leave early, which is obviously fine. So it ended up being us, and we were watching Pearl, and it just was completely ridiculous. And then we finished up the evening by trying to think of a name for the dog. This is Mel's dog, and we haven't given him a name. Comment down below what you think the name should be.
This monster wasn't a bear.
Yes. Okay guys, I didn't film a kind of proper outro for this video because I was too busy just enjoying my time with my friends and then the next day cleaning up frantically. But I love my Halloween party every single year, and I wish that we had a bigger apartment so I could invite even more people and we could just sit there and heckle horror movies the way we always do, because that's pretty much what happens. So it's always great, and I always love that I can semi-invite you guys a little bit by showing you what's up about the party. So for more Halloween nonsense and for more of my nonsense in general, I am chaotic in vlogs, I am witchy, I am crafty, we do all kinds of stuff around here on this channel, basically whatever I want. But in any case, whether you choose to stay or go, I love you, keep going. Hello my sweet ones. Today I am introducing a project that I am undertaking this particular October to make my signature Halloween party, my little tiny one that I have every year. I'm gonna make it even more special by creating, courtesy of the book Potions, Elixirs and Brews by Anaïs Alexandre, a practicing witch. She wrote a whole book of drinkable spells, and so I'm going to be making 3 of them for my party. One of them actually I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to make it with my friends because it's a prosperity potion, and so we're all going to echo with "we prosper." And then hopefully when I pour the soda water into the drink, it's actually going to bubble. So bubble bubble toil and trouble. So hopefully that's going to work. I'll be very excited if it does. But essentially, I've got a blackberry lemonade for prosperity. I've got a chocolate and mint concoction for luck. And I've got a melon soda, which is a ward, a protective ward. So I've selected those from the book, and I've altered the recipes because the ones in the book are just for one person. So obviously I've multiplied them to have an amount for multiple people. And what I'm going to be using to make them even more special is actually my collection of decanters. If you don't know what a decanter is, it's an old-fashioned kind of bougie like bottle that like fancy people would use to put drinks into, like wine or brandy or whatever, to make it look more fancy. So I'll put a picture on the screen of a decanter in case you don't know what it is, but you see them in like Downton Abbey and things like that. So I'm very excited to use them. And even though they're really cool, the potion in the glass by itself is just not going to be, it's just not going to be Tess enough. So I'm gonna make little collage potion labels with the name of the potion and some decor on it, in order to make it a bit more me and to brighten up the decanters when the potions are in them. So I'm obviously very excited, and I have to buy the rest of the food, as well as putting together these potions, but I'm very excited to do it because I think that this is a way I can make my party special while still sticking to my kind of under budget, like slightly more chill Halloween that I'm doing this year that I've mentioned before. So I'm very excited for this, and my friends are too, and it's just amazing to me that this has never occurred to me to do it before, like drinkable spells at my Halloween party. Like, are you friggin' kidding me? As if I've never done this before. So anyway, it's gonna be great, and obviously I'm gonna show you guys how it goes. Okay, y'all, it is party day. So we have 2 plastic cauldrons, one with sweet chili grain waves and the other with Cheetos cheese and bacon balls. Here we have 3 types of napkins, yes, completely extra. Fortune ball napkins, and also the plates matched that. And then Wicked Witch Co. And then Cheers Witches. This is the cauldron we're going to be using to make part of the Blackberry Lemonade Prosperity Potion. And below that is the Evil Queen plate. So, blood orange, as always, blurred for Halloween. Different glasses for the different potions. Cacao and fresh mint to put on the Lady Luck Choc Mint potion, and the canned whipped cream for that as well. Yes, I have been eating some of it, I will not lie to you. Sour Chupa Chups, gluten-free little cookie dots, happy gummy flowers, sour worms, and a nice big lot of crunchy M&Ms. And now, most important, we have 2 potions here. We haven't made the other one yet because we're making it together and making it like an official super cool activity. So this is the melon ward, which is protective, and I've spelt it with 2 L's because I'm doing it to protect my friends. And it's made out of melon, but also melon, spelt this way, is a Kenyan word from Lord of the Rings, like an Elvish word that means friend. So my melon ward is going to protect my melonin, my friends. Here is the Lady Luck chocolate and mint. I made less of it than I kind of thought I would. I thought it was more that was going to go in there, but that's okay. So I have the wrapper of that, the tag that I made. I've got the melon ward here with the witch in an orange outfit, which I love. We have some mugs for the milk if anyone wants to heat theirs up. And then we've got these lovely glasses that are my mum's, that I love because they're 2 of my favorite colors. They're kind of purpley and also green, but also because they look like dragon's eggs. So I'm very well set up at the moment. So nobody's here yet because I just like traffic and different stuff. Everyone can't come at the same exact minute. So I've been setting up the food, and it's actually good that people are late because I was late tidying up some stuff and chopping up. And one of my besties, Griff, is bringing some gluten-free lemon pound cake and gluten-free cinnamon donuts. But it means there's not really going to be room on the table for my signature monster fruit platter. Like, there's no space with the 2 potions on it. So I feel really bad not making it because everyone always likes it, but like, I just don't think there's going to be room. And it makes me think, oh, I haven't put in any effort, I haven't cut up anything special. And it's like, well, I have this time. I've got special things for us because I've made us the potions. So I have to kind of remember that and not put pressure on myself, because like, the fruit platter might be my signature, but technically it is an idea off Pinterest, whereas these potions, like choosing them and putting them together and making them and making my labels and putting them in the bottles, like all of that is me. I had the recipes from the original book, but the idea of making them for this party and even making one together, the Prosperity Blackberry Lemonade, like it's gonna be really fun, and I'm just very glad that that I'm able to do this, even if my giant fruit platter will not be present the way it usually is. Okay guys, this is the day after the party, and you can tell because the friggin' grain waves and Cheetos bowls are basically empty. Everyone was just mainlighting the Cheetos. But we've got our 3 bottles here. The melon wood has a good amount out of it. Lady Luck got all finished, and then We Prosper is the one that me and my friends made together, and it is quite kind of thick because of the blackberries, so I've kind of drunk less of it than I would like, but I think I have to just do the recipe slightly differently next time. But it does taste good. I just had to top it with some soda water a couple of times. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this year's just a little mini video on my potions party. Just something special that I haven't done before, and I really did enjoy it. The only one that I think I need to work on is the blackberry lemonade recipe. But I love how everything looked in the bottles, and I feel like I did well on the labels, at least as well as I could. So that was very satisfying. So I hope to do this next year and like make it even better, so to speak, like especially the blackberry lemonade, like I said. But yes, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe gives you some inspiration to have real potions at your next party the way we did, and they were yummy and they were very special. So it's a few days to Halloween, actual Halloween now as I'm filming this, so hopefully this video, just for it to make sense, is going to be out before actual Halloween, so that way you guys can see and be inspired. So right, me and my Wednesday shirt have some cleaning up to do, but that's fine. We'll just put a spooky video on and we'll be fine. So I love you. Keep going.